That's really the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. That's not even an opinion. Yo, what's going on, you guys? You already know my name is Strozier. I am very excited for this video. A little bit last week, I asked you guys to send me your unpopular opinions on Instagram and Facebook, and I will say the response I got was a lot bigger than I expected. In case you missed it, a little bit last year, I made an unpopular opinions video, so you should definitely watch that after you watch this. But until then, stay tuned because I might have reacted to your opinion. Women can propose to men. I feel that's a very progressive type idea. However, I don't think that we will see the same amount of women proposing to men as we see men proposing to women, just because of how our society has been set up. Now, if you as a woman want to propose to your man, go right ahead, that's fine. Personally, for me, I would not want my girlfriend proposing to me. Now, some of y'all may think that's toxic masculinity, but it is what it is. To me, it does seem like it's supposed to be the man's position to present himself to the woman, to say, I want to give myself to you, rather than the other way around. I might just be a little bit close-minded, and maybe we'll see a difference in the future. Pickles with peanut butter is actually so good. I would recommend that you go take a pregnancy test, because no person wakes up in the morning and says, yeah, pickles, peanut butter, yeah, I want to eat that. Marvel movies or superhero movies in general are high-key cringe. Yeah, I can definitely agree with this one. I have seen all the Marvel movies, and I love superhero movies in general. However, I think the corniness comes from the fact that they are playing the superhero theme to an adult level, which is a little bit odd because usually only kids are into superheroes. Bojangles sucks. I can only agree with this depending on what you're comparing it to. If you're comparing it to Chick-fil-A, meaning that Chick-fil-A is superior, then you're dead wrong. Popeyes is the best chicken fast food restaurant, and Zaxby's is the worst chicken fast food restaurant. Religions are kind of cultists. This is an interesting one, but I feel like it's a little bit too generalized. Personally, I believe that there are religions, cults, and religious leaders that manipulate the religion to make it a cult. I knew a Christian pastor who was on some other stuff, and his little church was a straight up cult because they totally twisted Christianity, and it was like not even Christianity anymore. Also, you have some religions that are actually cults when you look deeper into what they are. Example, the Jehovah's Witness people. Now, I'm not knocking anyone's faith or anything like that. I understand this point of view, but I feel like it is a little bit too generalized, but I can understand where you're coming from. Eminem is good, his fans are just crazy. Yes, Eminem fans are very annoying because they act like Eminem is the only person that has ever rapped in the history of humanity. To me, Eminem's music is a little bit boring. I have listened to the Marshall Mathers LP. I will admit that there are some really twisted creative bars in there that kind of make you chuckle because of just the outrageous disturbingness of it. But I can't sit through an entire Eminem album, and I never will. And especially now, his later projects that have been coming out, he just sounds like the old man yelling at kids across the street, and those kids across the street are the rappers of this generation. Not every single rapper of this generation is a little mumble rapper. Taylor Swift's music is trash except for her classical songs from when she was country. I do not like country music at all. I don't like hearing southern accents in the form of song, so I can't comment on Taylor Swift's country music. Red and 1989 were two albums that I used to really like. Redemption, or whatever it was called, was little mid, and then I haven't listened to any other Taylor Swift project after that. The Home Alone movie is trash. Trash seems a little bit too harsh. There's like 4 or 5 Home Alone movies. The only one that I can remember is Home Alone 2 when he was in New York. But I feel like if you watch the entire series, they probably all blend together and lack a lot of creativity. So not trash, but I could say boring. Most vegans do it for performative reasons. Personally, the vegans that I know like to brag about themselves being vegan. I wouldn't necessarily say that they became vegan just to show off, but in their veganism, they show off. I can't stand it when vegans try to convince me that I shouldn't be eating meat, or they try to guilt me into not eating meat. White comedians are not funny. I have seen a plethora of black comedians, and of course they were funny. I know that I have seen white comedians, but I just cannot remember any of their jokes or anything like that. So I can't really agree or disagree with you. But if I can't remember your jokes, were you really that funny? The original version of Finesse by Bruno Mars is better than the version with Cardi B. Any version of a song that does not have Cardi B in it is the superior version. That song is perfectly fine with just Bruno Mars on it. I don't know why she had to come in and ruin the song. Dogs don't live in our world. We live in theirs. Anyone that knows me knows that I don't really like animals like that. I do not live in a dog's world because I am the most intelligent being on the planet. So unless dogs can outsmart humans, then maybe we live in their world. Gordon Ramsay is annoying. Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel like most of the time he's doing that for the cameras. There's a difference between pushing someone to produce better work and then being a straight up bully. Living single is better than Friends. I've never watched Friends, but I do know that a big amount of white sitcoms basically stole their whole show from black sitcoms. Brown sugar Pop-Tarts are trash. Okay, first off, who eats Pop-Tarts anymore? Second off, wait, this is, oh snap. This is actually the same person that said the thing about the pickles and the peanut butter. yo, wait, this person actually is pregnant. That's why you like eating nasty food combinations. LeBron James is the GOAT. Okay, that was just my dad being a troll. He does not believe that LeBron is the GOAT. LeBron is the most complete basketball player that we have ever seen. He can defend and play all positions with ease. He's 6'9", 250 something pounds, and he moves like he's a 6'1" point guard. He has consistently brought terrible teams to the NBA Finals throughout his career. He also brings out the best in his teammates and utilizes his team. People like to give LeBron flack for using his team because like Ray Allen and Kyrie Irving both hit game-winning shots in crucial moments. But people forget that Steve Kerr did the same thing for Michael Jordan. And people forget that Kobe had great players on his team as well. Also, LeBron never really had an all-time great coach. LeBron is just the most overhated player. A lot of times old heads just hate on this generation because they say it's too soft and they blame the players, but you shouldn't be blaming the players, you should be blaming the league and their officiating because they call way too many fouls, flagrant fouls, technical fouls, and common fouls. They also say LeBron can never play in any other generation. LeBron easily could play in any generation because he's a generational talent. You put any generational talent in any era and they will stand out. Soda is gross. That is a fact. I don't know why people put that in their body. Beyonce is overrated. I just think that her songs don't always showcase how great of a singer she is. I'm not the biggest Beyonce fan, not saying she's bad, but I just have never been interested in listening to her music. And even though I haven't really listened to a lot of her music like that, I've heard other singers hit better notes than her. I think our people deserve 40 acres and a mule. When it comes to reparations for Black people, I think the idea that we have for it isn't very achievable and realistic. I think the closest things that we can get to that is law and policy changes. Example, there's harsher sentencing. There's people being locked up for possession of marijuana even though it is legal in most states. There's the educational system that is not geared towards teaching history in its full context. I don't know if I'm fully making sense or not, but I think that the law changes, systemic changes will be the most reasonable thing. Corn is disgusting. The only time I eat corn is when I'm eating it with Chipotle, and every time I try to eat corn on the cob, it just tastes like yellow teeth. The Baby's music sounds the same unless he's featured with someone. I don't even like The Baby's features personally. He consistently has the same rhyme patterns, the same flows, the same content. It's just a non-stop flow of not much creativity. The best songs are the one no one knows, and that is an absolute factual sentence. At the end of all my videos, I always put songs by artists that don't get enough recognition because I hope that I will have a big platform and those artists will get their recognition through moi. And even on big mainstream artists, I typically like the least popular songs on the album just by happenstance. Alrighty you guys, this video is coming to an end. Shout out to everyone who sent me their opinions, especially the pregnant lady that sent me like 6 or 7 different opinions. Huge shout out to you. Unpopular opinion, liking and subscribing actually does help my channel a lot, so you should definitely do that. And as always, remember to stay productive and don't act stupid.
They call me Elohim. You can not surf for free. You with the waves, say please.